I, of course, want to start off with Chiefs and Chargers. The Chargers won 16-13, and let's just address the elephant in the room. Patrick Mahomes tore his left ACL with about 2 minutes left in the game. He was having knee problems coming into the game. Prayers up, and now the Chiefs have been officially eliminated from the playoffs. Sucks for Mahomes. Great player. Hate to see any great player go through that. Tough injury, but I think he'll bounce back. Andy Reid said today that he didn't tear any other ligaments in his knee, so that's good. And Brady, he also had an ACL injury, and it wasn't career ending by any means. He was still able to bounce back and still be a great player. And at the point that Brady tore his ACL, he was at least a couple, 2, 3 years older than Mahomes. So I think Mahomes will be fine. And with the advent of technology and everything, he should be able to bounce back. The Chiefs, I've talked about this before, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board, and they have a lot of things to address this season. But one of the things that they have to address, obviously, is finding a backup quarterback. I don't know if they believe in Gardner Minshew that much, or they're going to try and look somewhere else. I think Gardner Minshew is probably a capable backup. Unfortunately, against the Chargers, he was just thrown into the fire. He threw a terrible interception that cost them and potentially getting into field goal range and tying the game up. But I'm not going to hold that over his head. It was just a tough position to be in. It's just hard to do that. And plus, I doubt he was getting that much reps in practice, so that makes it even more exponentially difficult. This game, though, it was the same old, same old. Mahomes took 5 sacks. Three of his own linemen were out. And despite that, the game was actually pretty close. I mean, the Chiefs were up 13-3 at one point, and they had an opening drive touchdown, which has just been a struggle for them this season. But the Chargers, they came roaring back. They got a touchdown to end the first half to make it a 13-10 ball game. And after that, it was pretty much of a stalemate, but the Chargers were able to string together 2 field goals to make it 16-13. And the Chiefs, second half, obviously, it wasn't good. Third quarter, they just went three and out, and Mahomes threw an interception. And they also just, same old, couldn't run the ball well at all. Pacheco ran for 21 yards. Mahomes ran for 15 yards. And that's just been another issue for the Chiefs is the running game. The running game just has not been good at all. It's been pretty awful. They need to figure that out. I mean, Mahomes should not be nearly your leading rusher. Mahomes likes to save his legs for the playoffs, and you could see if you're a Chiefs fan or you were watching just a ton of Chiefs games that Mahomes had to use his legs a lot more than he would have liked to use it because in the passing game they weren't able to get anything going, and obviously the running game just hasn't been great. And I think like the Chiefs are ranked like 20th in the running game. Not good enough. Of course, it could be mitigated with the better passing attack, but that's just been uneven all year. Now, I want to talk about legacy. Obviously, lots of people are going to talk about it. What is Patrick Mahomes' legacy like? With the Chiefs missing the playoffs, and I know he tore his ACL, but it honestly looked like they were going to miss the playoffs. Anyways, not ideal. Obviously, goes in the ledger for sure, but last few seasons, Mahomes hasn't been spectacular. Brady, for the most part, I don't think he had many like seasons where he was just like not that great. I mean, Brady missed the playoffs the year after they won his first Super Bowl against the St. Louis Rams at the time, but Brady was a young guy and hadn't come into his own yet, and that's something you have to give Patrick Mahomes credit for, is that when he came into the league, he was great automatic. Brady, it took like 5, 6 seasons for him to be great. But honestly, if Mahomes wins 2 Super Bowls, then I think all will be forgotten. Even though I may ding him in the GOAT debate, most people won't. A lot of people badly want Mahomes to be the GOAT, and I get it. He's awesome. No haterade on this side of the table, but when the media and fans want to anoint you as the GOAT, they'll forget a lot of things. Like when LeBron won his third ring against the Warriors, lots of people were like, he's the GOAT, and they conveniently forgot about the fact that he choked against Dallas. So I think if Mahomes wins 2, 3 more Super Bowls, they'll forget about the fact that he missed the playoffs. But Mahomes has to get back to being spectacular. Last season wasn't that spectacular. The season before, I won't pin his struggles on him because his wide receivers were just flat out dropping the ball. And this season, they've also been like dropping the ball also. I think they lead the league in like drop rate, which is absolutely insane. So Mahomes just has to get back to being great and like being one of the top guys. And now, the best quarterback belt, it's up for grabs, and it looks like Josh Allen may be the one to grab it soon, and I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, hopefully the Chiefs next season they can find a backup quarterback who can like get them to be steady, kind of like what Jimmy Garoppolo did for Brady. Or, I don't know. I doubt they'll want to do this because I just don't think Andy Reid is built like that. And I don't think that the general manager, Brett Veach, is built like that. But I don't think they're going to tank and say, hey, let's just get a top 10, top 5 pick and, try and rebuild from there. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to try and win games and just hope that they can retool and just be better this season than they were. Be better next season than they were this past season.